Hello everyone, this is the Paladin speaking. Today we're diving into The Blood of Dawnwalker, the upcoming dark fantasy action RPG from Rebel Wolves and Bandai Namco Entertainment. Made by some of the creative minds behind The Witcher 3, this game is shaping up to be one of the most exciting story-driven RPGs coming in 2026. We're not just adding to the hype, instead, we're giving you a straightforward look at what this game is really all about. The Blood of Dawnwalker is a single-player, open-world RPG focused on storytelling and action and created with Unreal Engine 5. It's coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S, expected to release next year. The devs already dropped a reveal trailer and a gameplay showcase that's over 20 minutes long. This game kicks off a planned series, and the folks at Rebel Wolves want you to know there won't be any live service or unnecessary multiplayer nonsense. It's all about a well-crafted RPG with choices that really matter and a world that reacts to what you do. The game takes place in a dark 14th century European-inspired kingdom in the Carpathians that's been hit hard by plague and is ruled by a brutal vampire aristocracy that enforces a harsh blood tax on humans. You step into the shoes of Cohen, a Dawnwalker, a hybrid who's stuck between being human and being a vampire. His identity flips depending on whether it's day or night, which is a big part of both the gameplay and the story. But here's the catch. Cohen has just 30 in-game days to rescue his sister Lunka from the vampire elite led by the ancient tyrant Francis. Don't worry, the countdown isn't gonna penalize you for exploring. Time mainly moves forward when you tackle major tasks or finish important quests. This means every big choice counts and not everyone can be saved. It adds some serious weight to the story and ties into the themes that Rebel Wolves keeps driving home. Moral dilemmas, personal choices, sacrifice, and figuring out who you are in a crumbling world. Cohen's gameplay shifts based on whether it's day or night. During the day, you have the human mode. He's more about chatting, striking deals, and investigating. You can explore human towns. His combat style focuses on melee with swords and tools. Everything feels calmer and more strategic. At night, it's vampire time. Cohen moves faster and can easily hop across rooftops. He has these cool shadow step-like blink moves. Stealth becomes easier and he fights with a more monstrous approach. He can get into places that are off limits during the day. This combo of day and night identities keeps the world feeling alive and offers different ways to tackle quests based on when and how you choose to play. Rebel Wolves describes the game as a narrative sandbox, which basically means you can tackle quests in different ways, and the world reacts to your decisions. Want to sneak into a vampire fortress right off the bat? Go for it, but expect it to be really tough. NPCs will notice who you are, what you do, and even which side of your character you lean toward. The real question isn't whether you can pull something off, but whether you can handle the fallout from your choices. The combat mixes old-school medieval fighting with some cool vampire powers. You can expect swordplay and parries, feral attacks using your claws, epic kill dives from rooftops, a teleport dash to get around quickly, sneaky stealth, moves in the environment, and a vampiric predator mode when night falls. One interesting feature is blood hunger. If you don't feed, Cohen can go into a frenzy and might end up killing important NPCs. It really raises the stakes without feeling forced. It ties into who the character is. As for progression, you can work on both your human and vampire skills, letting you build Cohen into the version you want to play. The world we've seen is packed with characters, not just wide open spaces. It has everything from medieval towns and vampire-controlled strongholds to villages hit hard by plagues. You'll find forests, swamps, caverns, and towering gothic cityscapes. If done right, this could really make this RPG stand out from the usual flat open-world grind. The characters we've seen so far include Cohen, the Dawnwalker, Lunka, his sister, Francis, the old vampire tyrant, the three other elite vampires, Xanthi, Ambrose, and Bakir, and human rebels hinted at in the demos. It also appears to have some other races. The vibe of the story centers on personal stakes, power struggles, and figuring out one's identity. Rebel Wolves wants your choices to really affect relationships, outcomes, and the world's state over the 30-day story arc. And yes, it will have romance options. The early footage shows smooth performance in the demos, but since it's still pre-release, we don't really know how well it will be optimized. The team's got a lot of experience. which is good, but we all know that launching a polished RPG with so many ambitious elements is a tough challenge. Now, what are the strengths and concerns? The game has a unique medieval world ruled by vampires, a cool day-night dual identity system, a narrative sandbox that really allows for player choice, and a 30-day structure that adds meaning without restricting exploration. Seasoned RPG developers are in charge, and it has a great atmosphere with lots of options for vertical movement. On the other hand, the ambition is super high. How well they pull it off will be key. Time-based elements could feel rushed if not done right. They need to back up their claims about a branching narrative in the final product. So far, we've only seen pre-release footage. Right now, the Blood of Dawnwalker looks like one of the coolest RPGs coming our way. It's got awesome world building, player-driven stories, and some really bold mechanics. If Rebel Wolves keeps up with what they're showing, this could be a standout game that feels fresh in a genre that often plays it safe. So here's my tip. Add it to your wish list, stay tuned for the upcoming deep dives, and keep your expectations in check but positive. If you're into vampire stories, tough moral choices, and RPGs where your decisions really matter, this one should definitely be on your radar. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and tell me in the comments which side are you going to lean into, Cohen the human or Cohen the nocturnal predator.